It was 2:14 a.m. when the river gave her back. The current moved like a slow confession, folding her body in silence. I watched from the bank, the beam of my flashlight shaking just enough to betray me. Her hair clung to her face, her skin too pale for the living. I could smell iron, blood mixing with rain. Somewhere behind me, a voice whispered, "You didn't see this." Then the sound of footsteps retreating into the dark. The town slept, or pretended to. They'd wake to headlines and hushed conversations, but not the truth. Not yet. I shouldn't have been there. I told her it was safe to stay. Now the river carried my lie like a secret it refused to drown. Morning brought order, uniforms, tape, cameras. I played my part, calm, detached, useful. They didn't know I'd been first to find her. Detective Moran asked the usual questions. I answered in half-truths, the kind that sound right until you replay them. The autopsy said drowning. The bruises said otherwise. I retraced her last night. Cafe at 10. Message unread at midnight. Silence after that. Her phone history ended at a number I knew too well. A photograph on her wall caught my attention. A group shot from a town event. Everyone smiling, but one face turned slightly away, like guilt trying to escape the frame. When I asked about him, no one spoke his name. That was my first clue. In this town, silence isn't ignorance, it's survival. Days blurred. Truth leaked like light through cracked blinds. People started avoiding eye contact, too quick to change the subject, too careful with their words. Every conversation felt rehearsed. The river became a rumor, the kind the town learned to fold into prayer. But I couldn't pray, not anymore. I started hearing her voice, not in madness, but memory. She'd told me once, "They watch everything here, even what you dream." I thought she meant gossip. I was wrong. The surveillance system the mayor bragged about, the one installed for public safety, had blind spots. One of them, conveniently, covered the riverbank. Another, her street. That wasn't coincidence. That was design. Someone planned this. Someone close. Each file I pulled, each timestamp I checked, all pointed to the same conclusion. She wasn't killed for love or money. She was silenced. And whoever did it still controlled the narrative, including mine. The evidence didn't scream, it whispered. A corrupted drive recovered from the town's surveillance servers. Hidden folders labeled with initials, not names. Video fragments from the week she died, grainy, distorted, deliberate. I found her on screen at 11:43 p.m., standing by her door, talking to someone just out of frame. Frame skip. Then, her falling. Not pushed, not pulled, just collapsing, as if realizing the truth before her body did. When I slowed the footage, I saw a reflection in the glass, Moran's badge. The same detective who'd asked me to stay out of it. The same man who signed off on the surveillance blind spots. He didn't kill her out of rage. He killed her to protect the system he built, a town that looked clean because he erased what didn't fit. I didn't scream. I didn't move. I just saved the file. Truth doesn't need noise, it needs proof. I didn't go to his office. I went to the press. The footage aired during the morning broadcast. A glitch, they called it. Until the badge came into focus. Until his voice was heard saying, "No one will find her." By noon, the town that pretended to sleep was wide awake. Moran didn't run. He just sat in his car, watching the crowd gather outside the station. He knew I'd done it. When our eyes met across the chaos, he didn't plead. He smiled. Like he'd trained me too well. Justice wasn't loud that day. It was surgical. The system devoured its own. He was arrested, charged, forgotten. I didn't attend the trial. My job wasn't to watch justice. It was to make sure it couldn't be buried again. After it ended, the town went back to pretending. New officers, new cameras, same silence. Her grave became a landmark people avoided. Not out of respect, but out of guilt. Sometimes I walk by the river. The current looks the same. Slow. Sorry. I don't feel vindicated. I don't feel anything. Truth doesn't bring peace. It just replaces one kind of noise with another. I still hear her voice in the quiet, not accusing, not forgiving, just reminding me. You told me it was safe. And I did. That's the part no report will write. Because in this town, everyone's guilty of something. Mine was believing that truth could save us. It never did. It only exposed how deep the rot went. I left after that. No goodbyes, no explanations. Just one thought that never stopped echoing. Justice was never about mercy.